What is up, YouTube? We are back. We're doing a video on how to lab in fighting games. Now, there is so many fighting games out there, and you guys probably know me. I am primarily a Street Fighter player, so we will be doing this on Street Fighter 6. Hopefully, I can use a lot of these techniques that I'm giving you, and you guys can transfer them into other games. So let's get started. Okay, so the way I've always gone into how to lab in fighting games is I've always said there were 3 layers of labbing in fighting games. Now, there's complete beginner, intermediate, and expert. Hey YouTube, iDom here. Quick little update. We're going to be uploading to the channel on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week. So if you guys aren't already subbed, be sure to sub to the channel and enjoy the videos in the upcoming weeks. I'm going to start at complete beginner, just for the sake of the video. So if you're a complete beginner and you're just now booting up Street Fighter 6, first things first, you find a character you like. You know, I'm gonna say Manon for the sake of argument, because who doesn't love Manon? So the first thing you want to lab with Manon is learn how to do her special moves. Now, I play on classic because, you know, I'm old, but, you know, learn how to do special moves, utilize what moves are trying to really good overhead ballerina kick, and just get a really good feel of when you're going to do said special move. So when I was first starting out playing fighting games, when I was a wee lad and playing Street Fighter 4, I used to go into training mode a lot and try to do 10 Hadoukens in a row, just because I was bad and I had no understanding of how to throw a simple Hadouken. But nowadays, you know, you have modern, you have much easier stuff that makes, you know, doing special moves easier. But if this were me and this was, you know, 2009 me, I would be in training mode just practicing how to do my special moves consistently so I never mess up. So, you know, I would do like 10 wheel kicks, 10 ballerina kicks, 10 overheads, just to make sure I never mess it up. So that's kind of step one. I feel like at the beginner level, really just, you know, being able to confidently do your special move is super important. And then also utilizing how to use your normals, what ranges to stand at, what buttons seem to be really good or really bad. If you're an intermediate player, now intermediate's kind of different. It's kind of like the middle. So when I'm talking about intermediate, I'm going to use kind of gold to platinum kind of level of playing games like Street Fighter. I guess in Guilty Gear Strive it would be like, you know, floor 7. You know, Tekken would probably be like yellow rank, kind of like that. So you would practice what you see a lot of the kind of middle ground tutorials will be. So while you're really good at utilizing what buttons to use, you got to figure out the proper way to really use your buttons. So like being able to, you know, consistently anti-air, I feel like is where like the level you want to get at is. So, you know, just being able to be like, oh, well, I know I can anti-air here, or identifying kind of like knowing when to throw tech. So like a common scenario is Juried would do rush medium punch in the throw. So that's a very common scenario that happens a lot, probably at, you know, medium level of gameplay. So even just being able to, you know, realizing I should probably tech a throw here because my opponent's too close. It's also really good, you know, getting into the game, just kind of like stuff like that. Kind of like you know all your tools, but you have to have a recognition of where to use your tools. I think is the best way to kind of explain the intermediate level of playing fighting games, and also just like kind of getting your combos down packed. Even just having maybe not the most optimal combos, but even just being able to do like, I don't know, this into a knockdown, or even just kind of do something like this, because this isn't even a true combo, but this is intermediate enough that you can kind of just use this as a good base ground. Unfortunately, Manon doesn't have really safe cancelable specials that I can really, you know, help people to throw out. But yeah, just kind of like utilizing, you know, safe distance, utilizing pokes, and just doing the best to kind of stop your opponent's approaches. And then I want to get to expert level training, what I practice. But what I'll try to practice is, you know, how to stop fireball, drive rush. You know, you guys all know the memes, the throw loops and stuff. But what I usually try to practice is more like optimal combos, and just kind of trying to utilize my meter, or kind of just like being more aware of where to use my meter. So like realizing I have 2 drive meters here, and then not trying to do bind into drive rush, so I'll try to poke more with just like mediums and try to confirm with stand medium kick. So being wary about your opponent, being wary about your meter, kind of keeping your eyes open, realizing what your opponent's options are at certain ranges. So at this range, like all I'm really thinking about Jury doing is kind of just fireball drive rush or drive rush in general, because Jury doesn't really have nothing to threaten with. If she jumps, it's an easy anti-air for me, yada yada yada. So just kind of even knowing like the danger zones or the safe spaces that you can stand is also very important. It goes from character to character, because like I said, there's a lot of different characters in this game, and just knowing where to having a good game plan versus every character is also very strong as well. Do you think there's a middle ground between intermediate and pro player like you? Expert's a tough word. I guess, I mean, okay, I wouldn't use expert, but like, okay, like gold is intermediate, gold and platinum. I think gold and platinum is kind of average, like your average player. I would say beginning of master is kind of like, what would be the word I'm looking for? Beginner or beginning of master is like advanced. Yeah, I guess more so advanced. But at advanced, it is kind of like advanced is good, but if at 1500 MR, you're just more so trying to stop what your opponent's doing still. It's still kind of like what I kind of said at intermediate. Yeah, intermediate too. Masters is average. Yo, you guys are, you know, all you guys at 1500 MR, you guys are godlike. I know you guys don't usually hear this because a lot of people on, you know, Twitch are probably downplaying your achievement. But the fact that you guys got to master, you guys are pretty good at this game. To be honest, you guys know what you're doing. You guys got to master for a reason. Like, you guys aren't bad, but if you're master, if you're 1500, you could be 1400. It doesn't matter. You're still pretty good at this game. Stop the cap. What do you mean? I'm not even capping. You got, yo, people. I'm telling you, everyone in these online ranks will devalue people's achievements. Like, master is not, like, for me. Yes, getting master is easy. I can probably get master with every character in this game. But I've been playing fighting games for like 20 years now. Not 20 years. I've been playing fighting games for like 15 years now. So like, of course I'm gonna get to master. I can get to master with every character. But like, even then, it's like, master's still not easy to get, technically. Yeah, that I agree. Rookie to master is super clear what you gotta work on. And when you start getting to like 18 to 1900 MR, and people start feeling like they're plateauing, then I understand. I understand that 1000%. Mini lesson, I'm getting sidetracked off the YouTube video, but mini story. When I was playing Street Fighter 5, I felt like I plateaued as well. I had that same problem. In season 3, like, I didn't know what to practice. I was losing my mind. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to improve on. I didn't know what to practice on for anything. And I was just like, damn, what do I do? What do I do? And then like going to events, you know, I think the thing that kind of helped me a lot in that kind of state I was in was going to events, seeing the way other players were playing, you know, seeing that, you know, the Japanese players were playing one way, the European players played another way, America had their own play style. I think playing Punk and Do and Shine and Smug and Sanford and all those other guys, you know, giving me like tips on what to work on and yada yada yada. I think all that helped me into becoming a better player, and I think all that helped a lot. And that's how I use Pretty.